Alright, week 11, and we are facing the team that knocked us out of the playoffs last year, the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers leads them once again this season. And let's go check out his stats going into this year. He is doing phenomenal. So Deshaun Dunn, that is their first round pick this season. And the highest overall player in the draft. Naheem Hines as well, and he's doing quite well. Devontae Adams, 200 yards basically away from nice 1,000-yard receiving season. Wow, Dunn also in the receiving game. Defensively, Josh Jackson. Last time we played this team, we threw like, oh god, we threw some interceptions. Everson Griffin. See, they have pretty good linebackers, but their DBs, like Jair Alexander is really their only top threat. They have a lot of interceptions. Oh god. Matt Gay, J.K. Scott. So Naheem Hines, he's got the touchdown in the kick return department. So let's go actually check their division out here. NFC North. So they are third. They're actually in a lot of trouble of, you know, not making playoffs if they lose this game. 6 losses could potentially put them even out. So 2-7. I think even the Lions are already out of the playoffs. Minnesota Vikings and the Bears, they're going to battle out. Two teams that... Did we lose against Chicago? I don't think we lost against Chicago. I think we just won. But we'll hop right in. We'll see how Aaron Rodgers fares against our secondary.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by Aaron Rodgers, a Northern Cal native, played his college football just across the bay at Berkeley.
I would expect him to get a good reception, being back in the home area, without a doubt. They remember how well he played for Cal. But think about how his pro career started. He thought he might be the first pick in the entire draft. Instead, Alex Smith was selected, and he went to San Francisco. He has to go all the way to 24 before Green Bay grabs him. And there's a guy who's eventually going to be in the Hall of Fame, or eventually was going to be in the Hall of Fame, sitting in front of him. He had to sit for that time, had to learn, had to wait, had to burn for his opportunity. And once he got it, boy, did he make good on it.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. To throw, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. By the end of that one, he was knocking on the door for 200 yards.
And that was as good as I've seen him run the football. I mean, he absolutely attacked that defense. It looked like he was on the varsity, and they were scrimmaging the JV.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And the starting crew now for San Francisco. Out wide, they have A.J. Green, who can run every route you want on the route tree and take the top off of defense with his speed and has the length to go over the top of people to catch the ball. But nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home. Big Mike. Big Mike. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. It's brought in by Harris. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there. Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. We got this. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you? Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. To throw is Rodgers. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time. Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Harris, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Do you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time. Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton. And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Come on, baby. Let's go. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for. Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice. So they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum? To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. It's caught by Funchess. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. On first down, it's done. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
I'm so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers, but he hits the tight end. It's Davis. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards, first down Packers. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Gay's kick is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out there? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Here we go.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo completes it to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. On 2nd down now, it's Harris. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. The Niners on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Finding Green complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Garoppolo looks to throw. This is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers going down the middle, and it's complete. A gain there of 21 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Done. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. On 1st down, Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. It's a foot race past the 20. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So,
and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's done. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackle.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start the drive with Harris. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll try the right side with Harris. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Here we go.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. This is Harris on the draw. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. On 1st down, it's done. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Now Rodgers. Funches has it complete. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Rodgers now on 1st down. And this one complete right side to Funches. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Rodgers now on 1st down. And that's complete to Adams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Rodgers again now. That's complete right around the 8. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Devin Funches, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Until that late score here in the 2nd quarter, they'd only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the 1st half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're 1st place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Harris. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
All right, let's just go and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. On play action, now Garoppolo.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here we go. 180. Check right 54. Right 54. Got to do better. Come on, QB. Come on.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Here we go. 180.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Let's go.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Rodgers now to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. Done. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Now Rodgers on the bootleg.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half. You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not, it's not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, and they go back to Harris. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He'll rifle this one deep. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On second down. It's done, and he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. The Packers on third down, not so hot, 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Throw left side complete. That's done. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And this is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Garoppolo. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Za'Darius Smith in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Come on, fellas.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he gets it to Funchess complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Making the catch is Sternberger. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Rodgers to throw once more. Caught here by Bell. And he'll get it down here to the 43. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. The throw over the middle, taken in. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now it's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's done. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
He gets it complete to Harris. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
On 1st down. Done. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
319. 54 Mike. You ain't going nowhere.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll run on 1st down. Harris. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Harris. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Packers' 20.
On on second down now. It's Harris, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. 6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the 49ers, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.